Heyo, I'm Crow, and I am admittedly not good with intros. And seeing as this is an intro video of myself, this might be a train wreck. I'm sorry. So, to start, I am a small artist with my fingers in many different cups at the moment. I have so many projects that I want to share with the internet, even if it's probably a horrible idea. I figured I ought to start somewhere. You can call me Crow, CrowBones, either really works. I'm not going to be sharing my personal information. Don't ask, I will not tell you. Please respect that. It's a safety thing. Don't even waste your time asking that stuff. It just won't happen. So, please and thank you, don't do it. Obviously, I'm a furry. No surprises there. But, can't say everyone who has an animal-based persona online is one. But maybe you should think about it a little harder just in case you, have some self-discovery to do still. Another, really big thing with me is that I am trans. I make a lot of LGBTQ+ related stories that are generally pretty angsty. I kind of grew up with, full access to the internet completely unchecked at any given time, and that was a fucking mistake. So, I have plenty of horror stories to share, but I didn't really interact a whole lot with other fans. I kind of found, a handful of friends in each area of interest, and stayed with them, only really hearing outside drama through them. It was a very weird experience. But a lot of what I create reflects my time as an angst-riddled preteen that was still in the closet, and deeply infatuated with characters that did a lot of making people not breathe anymore, very violently, to put it lightly. As for the things that I create solo or with others, I have a ton of projects, and one of which is actually already pretty off the ground. I'm part of a team called Unseen Productions. This team is a group of 6, all of whom I know very well and very dearly. Most of us were college friends or fraternity brothers, and it started off as a small group that just wanted to play games together. All of us are storytellers to some degree, and we all agreed that our stories could be entertaining for people outside of our group to listen to. So began the absolute slog that it is to put together enough competence needed to set up a podcast while all of us are now living in different states, time zones. We all work. I was in college at the time we started. We were dividing up the work appropriately and trying to pinpoint what needed to be done in order for things to function. Hint, it's a fucking lot of work on the tech side of things. But we have our first season of a TTRPG up, and it's about halfway finished now, I think. I think we're on, the last segment of it. It's called Night City Blues, a cyberpunk campaign set in the 2040s with characters that have no business interacting with each other besides having shared trauma. We're currently up on Spotify, and my deepest apologies to Apple users. I don't think we're on Apple. Probably not, as far as I'm aware. But we do have a website at this link. Please be nice about it. I've never made a website before, and it's a lot harder than I thought it would be. We obviously have other projects in the works, but I also have some more personal and other projects with other groups that I'd like to introduce to you. I also voice a character in an upcoming web series, with the background of the aforementioned fictional character infatuation being in, creepypastas. This web series is something that I am very excited about. It's called Anniversary Log, and over the time of developing and helping the team with writing and casting, I'd say it's going to make a very fun and interesting entry into the Slenderverse. It's something that should be starting to be filmed relatively soon, so of course I'll be talking more about that and how it kind of works when it gets much closer to being released. As, a physical and digital artist, I also have stories to tell, but not all of which can be told through tabletops or web series. I want to make music and comics, maybe even actually write a novel and not just on AO3. Hell, I might even get silly and do some animation. I don't know. Essentially, my art experience is yes, and the art stuff that I want to do is yes, please. The first major comic that I've been trying to work on and hatch is a Pokemon fan comic. Yes, it's cliche, and yes, it's probably not that exciting for everyone, but I'm excited, and I'll go in more into depth later on as I want to introduce all the work that we've been pouring into this as calmly and detailed as I can be, without spoilers. My partner and I have been doing our best to juggle work. I was in college, we were moving, there was a lot of shit just happening with family and recording for Unseen and this comic. We've written an entire plot, threw it out, rewrote the plot, threw that one out, and now we're rewriting the plot again to make sure that we have everything we want to share actually be in the comic. There's literally an entire Pokédex of Fakemon and regionals, an entire map, as well as an entire cast of human characters that we've put so much time into crafting. And as I said, there will be a good chunk of these characters that will be very, very queer in one way or another, or in multiple ways in some. So I really hope I get to find some people to share this project with besides my friend and my partner who's been working their ass off to help design, write, and draw for this comic. I don't think any of my actual personal solo projects in quotation marks will be fully removed from other people, but I have other comic ideas for myself later on, and some stories, and maybe, again, music. All the stuff that I want to make with other people because I love creating with people. I do work with other groups that are unrelated to each other. I give my voice to projects that I want to see flourish. There's a lot to do, and I have one life to do it, so I hope you'll join me and explore some creative outlets while you find something that suits you. I don't have an exact plan for uploads or a list of topics yet, but I do know that I am going to start with the comic and the Night City Blues stuff, so please make sure that if you do enjoy like my art style or my personality for whatever reason, that you stick around and actually hang out and watch some of the stuff that I'm posting. That's all I have for now. Hopefully I will have some of the Pokemon stuff up and ready, because that's next on my editing to-do list. So, oh god, I don't have an outro, do I?